Well, Black Friday is fast approaching, and I thought it would be really fun, since everybody's starting to do their Christmas decorations, to add a Santa cam to your Christmas tree. So is this just not so cute? That way you can let all the kids know that the North Pole is watching. So we're going to go ahead and put this together now. I've already got a cut file, and the link will be down below. I've got a cut file through Cricut Design Space that I've got saved out there for you guys. But what we do first is I'm starting with one of these glass bulbs. Now this is a flat bulb, and the only place I was able to find the flat ones was at Michael's. Now I did pick up a big tub of them, and I used my coupon. So I got all of these for $10. Pretty good deal. And so what we're going to do is we are actually going to use some Varathane and put that inside and then add some glitter. Now I've used a couple different brands before, and I really like this one the best because it's a nice clear finish. So what we're going to do is just take out the hanger part. And then you might want to use gloves for this. I just, you know how I am, sometimes I just don't want to put gloves on. So I'm just going to open up my Varathane very carefully. And then I just take one of my little plastic cups and I just dip it in there and get a little bit of it. And then we're going to just very carefully pour this directly into the ball. Or the ornament. I guess it's not a ball because it's not really circled. And then I'm going to put that off to the side. And then what you're going to do is just really move that around inside the ball. A lot like what we did with the acrylic paint when we did the Rae Dunn theme ornaments a couple weeks ago. But this, we just want to get it coated because we're going to add that glitter to the ball, so to the inside. And so I just want to make sure I got it really coated. There's a couple places that doesn't quite look like it's there. And then I just keep the container open and I put it right back in there, and just get as much as you can out. Your glitter will clump up otherwise. So I just let it sit for a little while. And I can just rest it in that while I move my stuff out of the way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a piece of paper here, because anytime you're using glitter, I always like to have a piece of paper under it. Now normally I like to try to save my glitter, but once it's been inside the ball, any excess, we're really not going to want to dump that back in. So now I'm using just a extra fine glitter. I picked this up at Walmart. You just need to be really careful. Some people like to use a funnel. You can do whichever works best for you. But get a good amount in there. And then all you're going to do is move it around inside the ball. And it's just amazing how pretty it all looks. And you can do different colors. I've done some naughty and nice balls, and I'll show them to you in a few minutes. And I've actually used red for the nice and black for the naughty. So I'm just going to tap off the excess. And that's how easy it is to add glitter to the inside of these. Now I do have a wipe. I've always got wipes around in my craft room. And so I'm just going to take a wet one just around the top just to wipe it, just to make sure I don't have anything dripping off. And then I'm going to put the lid or the hanger part right back in, so I don't have any more glitter out and about. Okay. And there we have, move this out of the way, and we've got our ball all ready to go. And now we want to add on the design just like I have on this one. So I've already cut out the design, and all we need to do is weed it. Now another thing that I really like about this project is this is so good for using your scraps. these little pieces that I'm using, I actually have a scrap bags full of my vinyl, and I just went in there and grabbed out some red, black, and some white. So great project to use up those scrap pieces that you've got. So there's the Santa, and you guys will all note that I'm using my favorite tool in the whole world is my pin. And then we've got a little bit of black. Now I've seen these where people have actually used kind of like a button for the lens of the camera. That's what this black is supposed to be, is the lens of the camera. I just decided I wanted to go with full vinyl, but you absolutely could do that. There are all kinds of different ideas out there that you can find on Pinterest and different things like that, but I just really love this one, and it's such an easy project. So we're going to start with the background, or the white, and I am going to just use my blue grid transfer paper and just put that on there. Just use my varnishing tool a little bit there and put that right on. Peel from the back like we always talk about. And then I'm just going to eyeball it on the ornament. So I want to put it. Now this is got a little bit of a curve, so you want to be careful as you're putting it down. And it's a plastic ball, so that's nice. But you really want to pull out and make sure that you don't get any creases in your white. Okay? A little bit of a crease there, but if I use my fingernail, I can get it right out. Okay? So then the next piece is I'm going to put the eyeball. I call it the eyeball. Actually, it should be like the lens of the camera, is what it's supposed to be. And I'm going to just put that right on there. And again, it's a round circle, so we want to just do a little at a time. Don't try to do it all at once, and pull it out. You could cut some of the transfer paper if you want to, like we did with the Rae Dunn. And it doesn't have to be perfect, you know. I mean, this one's a little off center, but not everybody's eyeballs are perfect. Okay, and then I've got the SantaCam measured to fit this just right. And so I'm going to do that at the same time. Now for those, I am going to use the technique that I had showed you on the Rae Dunn ornaments, and I am going to slice it a little bit. So I'll show you what I mean by that if you haven't had a chance to watch that one. I'll hyperlink it down below so you guys can see it. But what the idea here is if we slice in here, it makes it easier to get the individual letters in there. So if I just do a little bit, you don't want to cut your letters, but you're just cutting in between, so that way your transfer paper is more pliable, basically, because you're going onto that round surface like we talked about. So we want to get the Santa just on top, Cam just on bottom, and then we're just going to go, and you can just do almost a letter at a time when you're pressing it out. Okay. And there we go. And then I'm going to peel back. And not quite stuck there. Just play with it a little bit. Patience, like I always tell you. Take your time on this. Don't just rip it. And look at that. We've got a cute SantaCam. Now what I like to do now is take a little bit of red ribbon, and I've just got some of this rope ribbon. Thought I had some cut. There it is. Piece of rope ribbon, and I just put it right through there, and then I just tie a knot on the top, and I add them to my tree just like that. So I do have that Naughty and Nice. Let me just grab those so you guys can see those. I used the same idea with the glitter, and just put Naughty and Nice and a couple ribbons. So just been having so much fun making these type of ornaments, but just love these SantaCam ones. And the cut file that you're going to see that I'm going to link for you through Design Space, I've also got an elf cam on there too, so you can take a look at both of those. So hope you like this quick and easy tutorial on making these cute SantaCams. Hope you have a great Inspiration Friday, and I look forward to hearing from you. Please leave a link down below or a comment down below. I'd love to hear about what you guys are working on and what you think about this project. Also, hop over to my blog at funstuffcrafts.com and check out some of my other projects that we've got out there, and give me some ideas of things that you guys would like to see. I'd love to hear about some projects you'd like me to try. Thanks for joining me again for another Inspiration